The price of Bitcoin is holding in above 50,000, pushing its market cap above 1 trillion for the first time since 2021 as demand grows. Let's bring in someone who has been mining some of this Bitcoin. We've got the CEO of a Bitcoin mining company that is now running on 100% renewable.
Correct.
The CEO, Chang of Gryphon Digital.
Yes.
Okay, well, there we go. We got all those strong start there. We've seen this big move higher, obviously, in crypto prices. Some chalk it up to animal spirits, but it's hard not linking it into just this institutional adoption by all these ETFs.
Absolutely. I think the ETFs have certainly been a very good boost for the demand in the space. There's billions of dollars going into these now, and they need to buy up the Bitcoin in order to fill the portfolios, and we're certainly seeing that impact. But even on top of that, there's just the fundamental aspect of the price of Bitcoin needing to sustain the miners, for example, and being at a price that needs to hold that up. So it was at 35 before Bitcoin news came in terms of the ETFs, and away we went. Now we're at 50 and change.
I mean, you guys have obviously got a business model because you're mining the Bitcoin and you're getting a reward for doing that. But does it also, you're also a public company, you went public. With these ETFs, you know, part of playing the Bitcoin miners was because it was really hard to get any access to crypto into your portfolio.
Yes.
So now that I can just buy an ETF that's a pure play exposure, why go to miners at all?
Well, it's the same argument if you were to look at it from a gold ETF versus a gold miner and whatnot. You can either buy Bitcoin right now at 52,000, or you buy a miner like Gryphon, who in the first 3 quarters of last year mined it for under 16,000 of Bitcoin. So we have much better leverage, and we also have growth aspects. Whereas when you buy just the Bitcoin, you only get the price appreciation of Bitcoin. With the proper miner, if you find good management, you'll also get the upside of the growth aspect.
And what's key to that margin? Is it the power aspect? Is it how do you keep costs in check?
Yeah, keeping costs in check is certainly a very important part, and electricity is the biggest part. So finding low-cost power is of the utmost important, but also taking a step further.
And where are you guys? Because sometimes you got to geographically
That is also very important. We are located in upstate New York, right along the St. Lawrence River, so it's 100% hydro for us. So we're ESG, carbon neutral.
Because there were a lot popping up, right, in Iceland.
Yes.
Because of geothermal and the low cost of power there. How important is it? What's that extra edge of being sort of ESG, 100% renewable? And you're not stopping there. You've got a goal not just of being carbon neutral, but carbon negative.
Indeed.
Isn't that an expense?
It could be if you're doing it probably the right way, let's call it. It could be better. So we are carbon neutral because we're 100% hydro, but we also purchased some pretty cheap carbon offset credits when we found a great opportunity, pennies on the dollar relative to most. So we were able to score that, and because of that, we're actually carbon negative from a perspective, and that means we're not even offsetting scope 1 or 2, which is the general what you would think for most carbon neutrality, which is the operations. We've got scope 3, which is our travel or when machines get delivered to us, we're offsetting that.
Now, that was a big conversation. You know, Bitcoin's geographic footprint, all the energy that is required. And so on that basis, some ESG funds might have just shunned the sector. Yeah. Does this kind of get you in the door a little bit? Are you having conversations with people who might not typically have that conversation with you?
Absolutely. It's a very important aspect. For some, it's a bonus. For others, it's their entire must-have. And that's the interesting thing, because we recently were one of the first 5 recipients of something called the Green Proofs for Bitcoin, which is a third-party audited company that will look at our emissions and certify that we're actually green. And the reason why this even exists is because some very large funds were actually pushing for it, so it checks off the mandates that they have.
How does the business model recalibrate around the halving, which is the Bitcoin reward gets cut in half?
Right. Well, if you're doing things right, it shouldn't. And that comes from my commodity background. For us, it's being low cost and being the lowest part of the cost curve. And because we're there, the halving shouldn't affect us any more than it does anyone else.
And I guess you know it's coming, whereas sometimes in commodity markets, it's just overnight.
Exactly. You have no forecast. The great thing about Bitcoin is you can forecast everything. And so we know it's going to happen in April, and we are among the lowest cost anyway. So it's really the survival of the fittest, and many more will shut down before we
Does the magnitude of your margins stay the same, you think?
It does fluctuate because of the global network difficulty, and that's now getting into the weeds a little bit. But the more competition there is, the less Bitcoin we win on every given scenario. But it's still a relative basis. As long as you're relatively lower cost than everyone else, you will come out on top.
How do you grow from here?
Well, now that we're a public company, we're very excited. We can use our stock to purchase private companies, which there are several that we're in conversations with right now. And we see how those advance. And then at the right time,
Are there more opportunities now from the last little wreckage that we had in crypto?
Absolutely, and we might see another one. With the halving, some companies are not in position to be prepared to take care to enter that. So those are the companies that we'd like to opportunistically perhaps bring into the fold, rationalize a little bit with our expertise and the capital that we have, and make the company bigger through the acquisitions.